Hello everybody, my name's Bo. The other day I did a posting of our baby, Bones the Bus. There's a reason behind that name. I'll explain that later on down the road. Now that video, I did not intend to be posted. I made that video for my wife, who has a habit of asking me every little thing and stopping me from working to explain every little thing. But at the same time, I want to say God bless her, because she will jump right in there and help me with every bit of it, and even push me out of the way and tell me she's going to do that to go find something else to do. So I feel I'm very lucky in that respect. Now, what I want to explain is I used two different methods for raising the roof. Most people use only one or the other. Now, we go here and we lift it. I use fence posts, 4-inch fence posts on a floor jack. They're right there. The fence post, and I used a 4-ton floor jack. Now, that got it up, but you need to lock it in place. The method most people are using comes from a guy named Wes. It comes straight out with one bar, flat stock, and they welded tubing to it. Now, Wes, I can tell, has been in the automotive industry for many years from the videos he's shown. It's hard to get these exactly straight when you're going on something this thin. If you're off a little bit like this, it won't line up with the other one, and it can cause your entire roof to go off center. So a lot of people, I feel, are going to places where they buy their steel and having it made for them. It's not necessary. It's easy. Use angle iron. Lay your pipe in the angle iron. You're automatically centered. Then weld it. On top of that, you get a good weld here and here to hold it, so you have better security here. Then you can weld it on both sides. Now, I probably would have used a 2-inch by 6-inch, but I had 2-inch available scrap. Now, by using the 6-inch, yes, you can then lay it around here and come out a little further, instead of it being as close as it is here, as you can see. So, but I was able to do this, and I used scrap metal I had to do it. Now, this is good when you go up, hold it here, but this is not tight in this tube, all right? It's the exact same size, but it's not tight. That can allow the roof to move backwards and forwards and side to side, which can cause a problem with the welds, and if your jack should happen to slip and fall, it can twist your roof. Your roof can go off. So I've seen where people have just simply taken a piece here, stuck it in the channel, and then they jack it up, and then they lock it and get it to the height they wanted. Well, this is good. It's a safety. It'll keep the roof from falling off. So what I did is I put a piece in, and I welded it just on the lower half. Now, that being done this way, it allowed me to use this method, which secured it once it was in height. But if something should go wrong, or the roof won't move on me, especially since I'm on a slant, this keeps the roof in the exact position. I did one next to each one of these. That kept it good. Now, if you notice, this is painted. This is Rust-Oleum. These posts are galvanized. They have to be cleaned in order to weld. When you put metal against metal, and we're in South Florida, you get sweat, you get moisture, they're going to rust, and this hat channel will rust out on you fairly quickly. So what I did is I cleaned just sections that needed to be cleaned and where the weld will be. I painted my extensions where they're going into the channel. That will help prevent rust. Now, I will be cleaning up the outside where I did not paint, and I'll be Rust-Oleum that, which will keep it nice and clean, and it'll keep it from rusting. So all this will be cleaned with a wire wheel, then painted. So I'll be good there. Now, this being said, you'll notice my hat channel. It's not a thin hat channel. On Bluebirds, from what I can tell, they're doing it and they're able to put in just a 1-inch square stock, and I've seen people use as much as 1.25 square stock, and they're taking a maul and they're beating them in and said, it don't go, just do this and don't be afraid of hitting it and stuff. Well, that's going to splay this metal out. You don't want that. You just weakened your channel. You're going to weaken it in here where you're forcing it out. You're going to weaken it here, and you're getting wider here. So I'm using 1 inch, which fits perfectly in because that is the width, by 1.5 inches, which bringing it out as much as I can. Now that being done, it's making a stronger extension. Now I'll be using 1-inch angle iron to copy this off of it. Now there's something else I want to show you over here. People are saying to make you a template to go out here so you know where to put the screws through or rivets to match up with the new skin. Don't throw nothing away. This is on the outside that you have to take off. This is your template. I don't care if you're raising them 1 foot. I don't care if you're raising 10 feet. All you have to do is go to the last hole on here, line it up. There's the holes that need to be done. On this one, I can come here. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's the next hole. It keeps it even. Your template is already there. Don't go through the stress and horror of trying to fight and do it. I wanted to show how I was doing this. This way it'll save you time and money. Also, it'll make you safer in doing it. Now there's one other thing that I noticed when we were cutting the roof. On this one, this comes out and attaches right here. That's one thing. If you notice behind the seat, there's no attachment right there. There's supposed to be angle iron. It had to come out to do the floor. This only has 1 bolt and 1 bolt on the frame with a grommet holding this entire front end. So when you cut the roof, you just took the front end loose, basically. And it can fall away from you or fall into you. So I put this on, put a little tension on it. Now what I'm going to do is measure, because I have the same corner on both sides at the same height, from here to here, to make certain I have it at the exact location and put the cross beam. That way I know this isn't tilted forward or back, it's in the factory position. The other thing I want to show is a lot of people, from what I've been seeing, are cutting right along this upper hat channel. And they're going on the outside of this. Well, that leaves a lip on the outside for moisture to come in. If you look at it, when you go to your bus, you'll notice that the forward skin is always overlapping the rear skin. This is to help seal your body. Oh. So, what I did is I found out where my seam was, and I'd simply cut at the seam. Now, when I come in, I will go underneath this. This is the actual seam. The hat channel is here, but this is the actual seam. This is the overlay that they give you from the factory. So by doing it this way and being able to caulk here, the water's already going over my extension piece. So this is a stronger way of doing it and a better way of sealing your unit, the way the factory would do it. So, also, I noticed a lot of people trying to just cut slats and lower it down. It's better to have a piece of sheet metal, have one roll up from the side, one from the side, a center piece on it. This would give you a couple extra seams, but they're using fiberglass. Fiberglass does not like being twisted that much or bounced unless it's all one piece. This fiberglass has to attach to metal. It will come unadhered to the metal and you'll end up with a leak on it. So this is a way of doing it. Now I'm going to be coming from here down. I'm skipping this hat channel. When I got into doing this, I had wanted to use this and come up gradual by utilizing this hatch channel. It's not going to be possible. I can see that. So I will be remaking this in here. I'll be cutting it and remaking all these supports and going down. I want a nice gradual increase. That's going to give me better fuel mileage. It's going to give me better performance. And on top of that, it's going to look a lot better than some of these people that are just ramped up or they lift the whole roof on it. Now the other thing is, initially I wanted to do 15 inches. When we started doing it, I noticed something and I brought it up to the wife. I took one of the fence posts and I laid it on the floor because that's going to be the height I'm going to be insulating the floor, 4 inches. Now, by doing that, I'm 6'1". I was able to walk over and look, my head is here when I do it. I'm not running into the curvature of the roof. I only went 11 inches. That was all that was necessary. You want to keep the roof as low as possible because you're going to cut out your ability to go down highways, especially older highways where you can see a lot more stuff. Say you're in the Smoky Mountains. I want to see the Rockies. I haven't seen them yet. But there's tunnels that you have to go through. There's overhangs of tree limbs and stuff. The higher you are, the less roads you can travel. So let's try and keep it as low as possible, but make yourself comfortable at the same time. That gives you more ability. All right, have a good day. I'm going to finish up.